hip-hop fraternity is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Well, happy birthday or hooray to them because hip-hop culture is officially 50 years. Now, in commemorating this special celebration, Kamala Harris, who happens to be the Vice President of the U.S., is setting the pace and, of course, is adding her voice to how sufficient and important the hip-hop culture has served the American fraternity as a whole. Well, of course, it was very interesting to see her on stage doing her thing. Well, this is the Literature Helping Nax News. Please do well to like our platform, do well to like our page. Let's get ourselves interactive, and of course, do well to let us know what you think about all the episodes so far that we've brought you. Let's get into details after story. So officially, hip-hop is 50 years. So just in case you didn't know, maybe one of these days we'd have to give you a brief epoch of what really the hip-hop culture is about. By celebrating the Americans' 50th anniversary or hip-hop culture, the Vice President of the Republic of, well, not the Republic, well, of course, they're Republicans anyways, the U.S., I'm talking about Kamala Harris, has given some very interesting in-depth about the hip-hop culture. Not just that, she had some very interesting words to say about the hip-hop culture, but after her comments, looks like people really are not, I don't know, but people really have their different opinion about it, with some social media reaction going a bit va-va-voo, and some also throwing her under the bus. So before, let's check Kamala Harris's video and see what she said.
Of the American people.
Yes.
It combines rhythms from the continent of Africa, from the Caribbean, from Latin America. Hip-hop now shapes nearly every aspect of America's popular culture, and it reflects the incredible diversity and ingenuity of the American people.
Yes.
It combines rhythms from the continent of Africa, from the Caribbean, from Latin America, with the sounds of soul and gospel and R&B and funk, to create something entirely new.
Yes.
And to be clear, hip-hop culture is America's culture. It is a genre. It is music and melody and rhyme.
Yes.
And hip-hop is also an ethos of strength and self-determination, of ambition and aspiration,
Yes.
of pride, power, and purpose. Hip-hop is a declaration of identity.
Yes.
It says, I love who I am. I represent where I come from.
Come on now.
And I know where I'm going.
Yes.
Yes, so that was Kamala Harris over there giving some very emotional speech. You could see how very much elated she was serving, the hip-hop, fraternity with some very interesting words over there. Now, after this video, popped up, started circulating, especially with how she was boogieing on stage and, having some very good time on stage. Many people also were thinking that maybe that was not the appropriate time for her to be so much excited. Well, I don't know what people were thinking anyway, because she was there to apparently celebrate the hip-hop culture and, of course, give some credit and appreciation to how far the music industry so far has been pushed, especially with the hip-hop culture, has been pushed to various countries. The hip-hop culture, as we all know, is coming from America. So whether the hip-hop fraternity has expanded its territories into various countries, being it Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, in whatever part of the country, it is always, due to the American hip-hop culture that spread. And so she was just there having some good time, and of course, expressing her thought about what the hip-hop culture has done so far. But people, as usual, people would have their various opinions about it. But let's check out some of the reactions that fans who found this pathetic, saying on social media. We'll come back and see what's next after Kamala Harris's video. Take a look at this.
By the artist Q-Tip. The video's all over Twitter. If you want to look for it, just search there. I mean, so far the vice president is vibing to Q-Tip. So Kamala Harris is throwing a party for the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, and there's a video of her dancing to Vibrant Thing by the artist Q-Tip. The video's all over Twitter. If you want to look for it, just search there. I mean, so far she looks like she's having a good time there, but here's my question. Why is she, of all people, holding a 50th anniversary hip-hop party? Now, if my memory serves me right, didn't she admit that she used to smoke pot while listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg while she was in college? If you guys don't believe me, the video is still there on YouTube. Hey look, here's the video right here. In this video, she openly admits that she smoked pot while listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg while she was in college. Even though those two rappers were never relevant when she was in college, they weren't prominent yet. So why exactly is she hosting a 50th anniversary for hip-hop? That I do not understand at all whatsoever. I mean, if you look on the comments on Twitter, no one has mentioned that to her, so it seems like people have a short-term memory when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, these politicians are phony, whether they're Democrat or Republican.
Well, according to BuzzFeed, Kamala Harris went to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Happy anniversary, hip-hop. But, don't watch. Don't watch. It's getting...
Yes, reactions over there by some people who, after Kamala Harris gave her speech celebrating the 50th, anniversary of hip hop, they were like, just look at what she's doing over there. But generally, let's do celebrate the hip hop culture because it's absolutely one of the genres that has penetrated into several countries and is doing so well. I mean, hip hop is being celebrated across not just the U.S. alone. The likes of, let's say, East America, I'm sure they do celebrate hip hop over there, and even in some part of the African continent, hip hop is being celebrated well. So hip hop is doing so well, and during its 50th, anniversary, like Kamala Harris has said, hip-hop culture, will stand and is one of the genres that has, uplifted the American music industry. So celebrating its 50th, anniversary is worthwhile. But really, let's ask this general question: who would be your favorite hip-hop artist? Should the question be posed to you? I don't really have a favorite, but I think all of them are doing well. The likes of Diddy, yeah, I think Diddy would do for me because he's got some nice hip hop tracks, yeah, and so Diddy would do for me. But generally, who would be your favorite hip hop artist of the time, or maybe for some time now, who would be your hip-hop icon so far? Well, let's know what you thought in comment beneath our comment section. But maybe we can take a listen once again at Kamala Harris, who was very passionate about the hip-hop culture. I mean, she really literally put herself into the shoes of these artists who do so much to produce these musics that we do love. Like I said, the likes of Diddy, Chris, is it Rick? No, Chris Rock. No, Chris Rock is the comedian. I beg your pardon. Rick Ross. Yes, now I got it. Rick Ross. He too will be part of my list. So yeah, basically, not forgetting DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, yeah. DJ Khaled also does it for me. So yeah, basically, maybe for now, this will be my top 3 or 2 or what say. But what's your favorite hip-hop artist or personalities? Let us also know what you think about it. But first, let's once again take a listen at what Kamala Harris said at the 50th commemoration of the hip-hop culture.
Hip-hop now shapes nearly every aspect of America's popular culture. And it reflects the incredible diversity and ingenuity of the American people.
Yes.
It combines rhythms from the continent of Africa, from the Caribbean, from Latin America, with the sounds of soul and gospel and R&B and funk, to create something entirely new.
Yes.
And to be clear, hip-hop culture is America's culture. It is a genre, it is music and melody and rhyme.
Yes.
And hip-hop is also an ethos of strength and self-determination, of ambition and aspiration,
Yes.
of pride, power, and purpose. Hip-hop is a declaration of identity.
Yes.
It says, I love who I am, I represent where I come from,
Come on now.
and I know where I'm going.
Yes.